Today we're going to make this adorable leprechaun gnome 3-dimensional box for St. Patrick's Day. And you could fill it with money, chocolate money. You could display it on your table. Right now it's designed at about 8 inches. I'm going to show you how to put it together, also with a 3-dimensional shamrock on the front that you can use in your home or gift it to somebody and fill it with money. So stay with me and let's make it together. And you'll notice when you open up the SVG that I have it diagonal to fit on a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper. If you put it this way, it might be too long. So when you separate it in your program, just know that you can print them individually, diagonally, and they'll fit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold our box pieces on the dashed line all the way around. And you'll see that there's one tab on each side. So we're going to glue it so that it fits this way. I'm heating up some hot glue. I do not have a small hot glue gun that I can use, but I do have this Ryobi battery operated hot glue gun. And of course, you just have to be careful because it's a little bit hot in general. So give me a moment to warm up my glue gun and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to hot glue one side at a time. And I actually love my Ryobi tools mainly because there's no cords. But again, remember, it can be very hot, so be careful with your fingers. And the reason I hot glue the box and not glue stick, it just gives it a little extra support. I can certainly use the glue stick for some of the other parts. But this is really the foundation. This now, obviously I've cut all the pieces to show you. These go into position basically for support. So this is actually my back. And then on the front, I have the extra light green base so you can see the shamrock through it. But then I'm also going to pop dot this shamrock. Okay, I'm ready to glue the back on. One of the things I always say is make sure your art is in the right position. How many times have I glued it on the wrong side? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a little bit of hot glue at the top here to put this into position. I find that if I try to glue the whole thing in one shot, mostly I never get it on correctly. So I'm just going to let that dry for a second. It's a little on the hot side. And then what I like to do is open it up so that as I put the glue down, I can bring the elements into position, which makes it a little bit easier to not put extra glue where it doesn't belong. And then I'll just put a little here. And that's the box. So I'm going to go ahead and put the fronts on. And again, this is going to go down first. So I'm going to put this together first. Again, same format so that I can hold the bottom if I need to without toasting my fingers. And then a little more here. And I'm going to go ahead and add the pop dots now. And I'm going to use my Zot dots. You can also use these, which are, this is like a Reflections brand, but they come in a pack of 4, pretty reasonable at the art store. And the beauty of this is that not only can you use the dots, but you can also cut around the edges, because remember, it's still the same sticky. So I'm going to use the pop dot for my shamrock. And again, I'm making sure that my position, so the dot goes on this side. And then I'm just going to take one and cut it, since they are very large. I'm going to put that right into position. So fun, 3-dimensional. I really like 3-dimensional things. Okay, I'm going to add this to the box. And I'm going to do this one in reverse. I'm going to put the bottom on first. Because you can see I have a square here. It's squared off, so it's square to the actual bottom of the design. Hold that, let the glue dry for a second. And then I can glue the top onto the box. I'm just going to open it a little. And I don't need much glue. I just need to make sure that it stays in position. Okay, I'm going to use my glue stick. And again, you could see where the beard goes so that you know how it lays in and then it matches to the top of the hat. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to that. One of the reasons I'm not using the hot glue gun for this part is I don't want any like weird bumps. Sometimes the hot glue can have a tendency to show through a little bit in structure, and I don't really want to see that. Here's this little hat done. His nose, and the nose on some textured paper. So again, you just want to make sure that you know where your position is before you add the glue. And I think it adds a nice little, just a little texture contrast to the smoother hat and beard. There he is. Now you'll see that he'll go right into position into the back of the box, right? So he's sort of in the box in a sense. Glue stick around a little bit until it's in the right position. Okay, let's do that. Lovely. And so you can fill it with, obviously, fake money, but wouldn't this be fabulous in chocolate coins to gift to your loved one for St. Patrick's Day? Thank you so much for watching.